are back with another episode of The Buzz, and this one is special, y'all, because check this, we've done a lot of Instagram Live, we've done a lot of virtual, but this one, we're back in person.
Let's go.
We're back in person, and we're with Brea Miles. So we got, singer, songwriter, we got TV host, radio host, author. I mean, she's out here doing all the things, you know what I mean? She's out here doing all the things. Brea, welcome to the show. What's happening? How are you?
My brother, I'm doing really good. Thank you for having me. How you doing?
I'm good. I mean, we got some good weather. We're still able to pull off, a hoodie in summer. So that's,
Yes.
that's always a good thing when you can.
I
still
learned
get to do
yesterday that I should always have one on deck. I learned that yesterday, so I have a jacket somewhere around here, so I keep it on lock. Because I said, you know what? New York summer isn't like Carolina summer. It's more of a springish, winterish, trying to make up his mind type of deal. So,
it is. And then it was raining the other day, so there was a whole lot that was going on. But listen, I know, you guys are here. You were with your entire team. You're out in New York, You're doing some lives. You're doing some, you were dropping some hints as far as what's going on. She's going to tell us exactly why she's out here, what she got going on. But before we even jump into that, you're big on community, right? You do a lot in your community. You do a lot for the troops. You did a lot of, performance there and everything else. So kind of talk to us a little bit about that part. Like, what kind of pulled you in that direction?
I think the give back is really important. And I know we hear it a whole lot, and I'm not trying to sound cliche, but I think it's important to invest in other people, to let other people know that they matter, to actually just give of yourself. One, God calls us to do that. He tells us to invest in others, to look after the widow, the orphan, to look after people who may not even know who Christ himself is. So like, we're actually obligated as believers to do that. And I genuinely love doing it. You know what I mean? I love being able to talk with people, to help people. So I've always been, down to do that. Performing for the troops was absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
And they were actually, I mean, it was really packed that day, Sherwin.
Wow.
And so it was actually in a stadium, and it was huge. And when I tell you the fact that they were getting ready to be shipped off to unknown locations, and for some of them, unfortunately, it would be the last time that they would see their families, or they would be separated for, 2, 3, 4 years. And so the fact that so many of them actually got saved was incredible to me. And they seen that, and I was actually able to have conversation with each and every soldier one-on-one about the faith. And even before they came into the faith, God knew what he was orchestrating. He knew what he was doing. And so they just praised the Lord and probably didn't even know what they were doing, but the Spirit of the Lord knew. So it's just important that we always take time to genuinely, authentically give back, because it's a blessing, not just to us, not just to the people, but to the Lord, because that's what he loves to see. You know what I mean? So heaven rejoices over one, And then, so we're trying to do that.
You had a whole stadium and heaven rejoices over one.
Oh my God, it was wild. Oh my, I could cry just thinking about it,
Wow. And you mentioned just now, and I think it's always important, right? Because especially, and I'll have you kind of tell a little bit about, how you kind of even got your start and how you started in ministry, but more importantly in the Christian hip hop, the CHH sector, right? Because I know there used to be a lot of stigma when it came to CHH. Sometimes you'd be like, you guys are good enough for the Friday night youth service, but you can't bring you in on the Sunday, this, that, but at the end of the day, you're representing Christ.
Amen.
You're a Christ representative, you're representing Christ, you're doing that, and it's showing in every single thing that you're doing. But aside from that, I read somewhere that someone said, you were once referred to as a blend between, I think it was Ty Tribbett and Kurt Franklin.
Oh my God.
And both of those are just prolific when it comes to performance, when it comes to energy. And I believe I also got to see you a bit live last year at the celebrity basketball game, the Stellar Celebrity Basketball game. So where do you kind of, draw your inspiration from, when you get out there?
I think the root for everything that I do is my relationship with the Lord. One of my favorite scriptures, it says, in him I live, I move, and I have my being. Yeah. And so for me, I'm really big on being connected to the Lord. And it really is worship for me. It's not really a show. Of course, you got to make preparations for all of that, but I really want God to know, like, hey, Lord, I'm grateful and I respect what you've given me, the mantle, the position, the ministry, the music. I really respect it, and I want to make sure that he's respected through what I'm doing. And so for me, I truly believe that's just dialogue between me and God. I don't be like, I'm going to move this way, I'm going to do this, I'm going to, you know what I mean? I do have dancers sometimes, but, you know, 90% of it is, maybe even 95% of it is just in that moment between God and I, a form of worship. And I'm just hoping that it encourages other people to do the same.
And it definitely did, because, you know, I was a little hype. You know, we were there, we were on the courts, and we see him. And you also played in that game
a little something.
I saw it. So let's talk about that side. Are you going to be playing again this year?
Are
you not sure yet?
I'm not sure, but we have been going back and forth. Shout out to Miss Marie. I posted stuff that she's like, oh, so you getting ready for next year, for this year right here. I said, I'm doing a little something. I've been in the gym. I've been doing a little something. So but that was so dope to be able to play. Shout out to whoever that was that gave me that charge. Like, you just ran straight into me and tried to knock your girl clean out. But it's okay. The Lord was with me, and I stood the test of time.
Come on,
you know what I mean? And I was still standing in the end. You know what I mean?
Come on, in the end. Still standing in the end.
Said if you trying to take me down and shoot on you, I'm taking you with me.
Come on,
just let you know I'm not going out like that. But it worked out. You went down and I stayed up. Look at the Lord. Look at the Lord. Won't he do it? He'll make your enemies your footstool. Hey, Jesus. Hey. Talk about it. Talk about it.
I mean, it is Sunday, so I understand. I understand. It's just bubbling over. No, you guys were doing a lot of shooting this weekend, but you also too, you know, you're no stranger to the cameras, right? So by hosting from a television perspective, from a radio, you know, from a syndicated radio show. Tell us a little bit about this show and what made you even wanting to get into media.
Oh my gosh, I think I was just kind of like thrown into it. I mean, honestly, it wasn't something that I was trying to do or looking to do. Like, even when I got into radio, another programmer actually in Charlotte, they was like, hey, we love your song Crazy Faith. We love the way you sound. Would you like to come and host one show for us like once a month? And so I was like, yeah, sure, that's cool. I would love to do that. Thank you. So we did that. Then it went really, really well. Then they said, how would you feel about doing it every week? And I said, okay. And then it literally, how would you feel about just having your own show? Because I was hosting for them on their show. And then, you know, it just blew up from there. Like, we took the, God bless us, with the #1 position. We were literally coming up against, you know how it is, you know, mainstream outlets. I'm not going to name the other hip hop stations, but we were literally, we've been beating and winning. And so it's just been a blessing to hear that people are rocking with us. So for me, like I said, it was something that I just got thrown into, and God knew exactly what he was doing. Even with the TV hosting that I'm blessed to do, someone had, I did a show in Atlanta, and they were like, hey, you're our guest artist. How do you feel about coming to host this for us? And I said, okay, sure. And then from there, it went to, hey, we got a TV show. Wow. Literally within like 3 weeks. So I just was like, this is like the hand of God. So we're really excited about that part and what God is doing with that.
You see what I'm seeing here is, right, and you guys are following this, right? Every time something great follows, it begins with a yes. So she's saying yes, and she's doing it, and she's serving, and before you know it, here is your own. And then she's doing it and serving again, and here is your own. So that just blessed me personally. Wow. So it's definitely it's the yes for me, like the young kids would say. It's the yes for me.
It's the yes. That's a shirt. It's the yes for me. Sherwin made that. So if I see anybody out there, okay, that's Sherwin's thing.
Okay.
It's the yes for me.
You can use it too. You can use it too.
All right, I better not see it on no shirts. That's his.
Now, talk to me now. You know, and keeping in the same theme of community and everything that you're doing. You're the spokesperson for something that is very dear to your heart. The spokesperson for the organization for domestic violence. Tell us the name of the organization and what kind of pulled you into that direction to kind of speak out on that.
Yeah, so I think that for me, when I learned that during the pandemic that 80% of the domestic abuse went up, by that number, by 80% in the Black and brown communities, I said, gosh, be average? Like, it went up that much, and like nobody had anywhere to go because we were on lockdown, so people literally were trapped. Women were trapped with their kids, and even some men were trapped and couldn't get out of that situation because we can't go anywhere. So when I heard that, I was like, okay, I have to do something. We prayed to the Lord, and it literally just unfolded where we were able to help another organization you know, get people out of that situation. Like literally go in there, jobs, opportunities, resources, cars, all of those type things. And so like for us, like when we did the song Me, It just really was about instilling that respect that is really stripped of the person who goes through that. So when myself and the girls, Prestavia, He Sun Lee, Mahogany Jones came together and we did the first song, that was really what that was about. It was like, yo, who is you going to respect? Because I'm made in the image of God, and there's nothing that anyone can do to strip that of me. Yeah. And so to be able to see people who survived domestic violence quote those words, whether it was on Instagram or actually when we did the song live, like they actually was like, yo, I'm a stand in this. This is my anthem. Yeah. It was nothing like that. So it's just, you know, again, being sensitive to the Spirit, listening to what He says, and then moving in that direction.
Wow, I love that. You said you prayed about it, but you also partnered and took action. So there was the faith part, but it was also the works part.
Both.
So I'm definitely with that. So I've spoken about it a few times, so now I'm going to let you talk about it. You guys were in town for a few days, you know. I happened to see, you know, I saw some pop-ups here, I saw some videos there, but kind of, you know, tell us what was going on, what were you guys doing in town, you know, let me know, you know, everyone that was a part of this vision that was kind of birthed it out this weekend, and you know, what's coming on the 26th?
So our collective, the girls and I, we are called WGD. It consists of We Grind Different is what it stands for. We grind different, you know what I mean? We don't do the norm, you know what I mean? We don't do what is expected. We do what Gaillon said out here. And the cool thing about it is, Sherry, when we were actually, we were talking about it, we actually were founded in New York because all of us met here in New York, talked about it, and it moved. So it's an honor to be able to be birthed out of the place of hip hop. You know what I mean? Even with that, it's really dope. So we were actually shooting a music video for our new single that's getting ready to drop on May the 26th. So that's this coming Friday, May the 26th. It will be everywhere, and the video is absolutely beautiful. It's beautiful. And of course, the song will be on every digital platform, every digital outlet. So you guys make sure you stream that 1,000,000 times if you're going to stream it. Stream that thing,
make
do that thing.
2 million times.
2 million times. Like just keep it rolling, keep it going. Share it with your friends, your cousins, your aunties, all of them, your church, all of that. Just go ahead and share it. But we just had a really good time, and the song is entitled I Ain't No. And it's really for you to fill in the blank. There's an asterisk there for you to fill in the blank. Because I'm sure, like you, coming up in the faith, coming up in what God has called you to do, like people come at you the wrong way sometimes, and they just try to knock you off. And that's really just the enemy. So it's like, yo, whatever derogatory, negative stigma, word, whatever it is that you're struggling with, that you're wanting to put on me, we're just going to give you that right back. That's for you to deal with. And we're going to walk in who God has called us to be. So I'm not any of the negative things that you want to feel, think, say, believe about me. And you got to fix that when it comes to you. So the song is really about taking back that authority, taking back that power. And we're excited about that. And shout out to our production team, which consists of of Jay, Ro, and myself. And we just had such a great time putting that song together, producing that song. And I am getting ready to post. It was actually, I'm going to say, this might be my favorite song that I've been blessed to be able to arrange. Like the arrangement is beautiful. God really, really blessed the song in its totality. So, you know, the sisters, you know, we got together and God has blessed the song, and it's something that we're praying and believing that it really elevates people's minds, really elevates the way people think about themselves and their relationship with the Lord and how they should move through that, but really taking back that power and authority.
Wow, I love that. And let us know the names again of everyone that's a part of WG. We Grind Different. Okay.
GD.
Yeah, GD, WGD. Everyone that's a part of that kind of collaborated on this on the video this weekend and the song that's coming out.
Yes. So it's myself, Brea Miles, Prestavia, Mahogany Jones, He Sun Lee, and it's featuring Latoya J. And that's going to be a special surprise from when you guys hear that. I don't want to give too much away, Sherwin, because I'm super excited about it.
It's all good. It's all good.
You know what I mean? Like, but we got together and we actually really like each other. And it shows in the camaraderie and the fellowship. Like, we actually had church so many different times in preparation for the video, during the video, after the video. Like, it just was a God-ordained, God-blessed thing to be able to have community like that. It's beautiful.
Wow. Y'all, listen, man. We are here. We're chatting with Brea Miles. Super, super excited about this new single, the new video, the visual. I can't wait to see it, because from a little bit of clips I saw here and there, it looks like they were all over the city. They got some amazing visuals. And listen, if you know anything about shooting in New York City, you got so much dope little spots, but the fact that they're all together. They're all collaborating on the same effort. We're super excited. Brea, before we even wrap this, share a word of encouragement for someone that is, they may now be starting, they're trying to build relationships, because I like what you said, that you guys like each other, right? Sometimes we feel as though we have to do things on our own, that we have to keep going on our own. But just when it comes to relationships and building relationships, and someone that might have been hurt before, but is saying, hey, I want to trust again. I want to build friendships. I want to put myself back out there. I want to collaborate more. Like, what can you say to that person?
Oh my God. I would say, pray. You know what I mean? I think one of the easiest ways to form great relationships is to make sure that you come to something as whole as possible. I think right now we're really in a place of, after the pandemic, people are looking for strength. We're looking for restructure. We're looking for rebuild. We're looking for press and all of this, like not media press, but press, forward, type of situation. And so I think coming to any friendship, any collaborative, anything, come whole. You know what I mean? Come willing to give, come willing to help. You know what I mean? I think that is something that truly helps friendships. That. You know what I mean? I think it's about extending yourself and also knowing how to genuinely be there and not forcing a thing. So I would say come there and come with joy. Might be the dominant thing. Come with that authentic joy, because people can't resist joy. We are made to gravitate towards that good energy, that good joy, that good spirit of the Lord. So I would say come with those things and just come trying to have fun. You know what I mean? Like, we made it through the pandemic, and I keep talking about it because it's amazing that you and I are sitting here. It's amazing that you guys are blessed to be able to watch, and we're blessed to be able to be here. Like, so many people didn't make it, but God has allowed us to be here. I even lost family members to COVID. Like, I've lost so many family members over the last 3 years that it's been crazy. So many people. So for me to be able to sit here, I'm so grateful that you would open up your platform and your ministry. But it's truly about being a friend. One of my favorite scriptures talks about, and I'm paraphrasing, it says, show yourself friendly is he who has friends. So he who has friends shows himself friendly. You know what I mean? Genuinely. And people can really feel that. And, it's just about letting the spirit lead. So that's what I say. Have fun.
I love that. And I do feel that friendly energy coming from you. So I feel that. That's what's up. That's what's up. That's it. That's it right there. Brea, share your socials. Let the people know where they need to tap into, because there's a whole lot I'm sure you got going on and coming up this year, and with everything else that's happening on the 26th. Let them know where they need to follow you and they can stay tapped in.
Please do. First off, you guys can go to my website. It's alwaysbrea.com. It's the word always with an S. And my name, Brea, Brea.com. That's alwaysbrea.com. And everything on social media is the exact same thing. So even if you go to my link tree or link in bio, whatever, on IG, everything else will pop up. And the same thing on my website. All my socials are on alwaysbrea.com.
Love it. Listen, Brea, thank you so much. Again, I'm your host, Sherwin, with Gospel Music Buzz. And this is the special in-person edition, and that's a wrap.
We in these streets.
That's a wrap, yo. NYC edition. Woo! Let's get it.
Let's go. Harlem, stand up.
Queens, I got to rep Queens. Queens, stand up. I know we got Brooklyn back there, too.
Yes,
Brooklyn,
yes. Brooklyn, baby. That's what he said in the song.
Kenny, thank you.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Brea Miles, and you are watching Gospel Music Buzz.